Well, following directions from the centre, states and union territories are preparing for a civil defence security drill starting tomorrow. In the midst of heightened tensions following the Pahalgam terror attack in which 26 innocent civilians were killed, the Prime Minister has now promised tough action. Today, several high-ranking officials, including the DG Civil Defence and the DG NDRF, attended a meeting called by Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan, and this was regarding the conduct of mock drills from the 7th of May. These exercises, the first of their kind since 1971, the last such drill was conducted in the run-up to 1971 war between India and Pakistan. Now, according to the Ministry of Home Affairs notification to these states, this drill will be held across the country's 244 civil defence districts. Let's get you some reactions to this story.
Well, there's nothing like, black and white. There are shades of grey. When you talk about Jammu and Kashmir, you talk about ceasefire violations, you talk about operations, but there's another thing after Pahalgam attack. Tourists are still coming, not in great numbers, but they are coming despite the attack, and I am among the tourists from Gujarat. These people are here. So, आप कब आए तो इतना हो के कहते हैं मॉक ड्रिल भी हो रहे हैं, कुछ डर तो नहीं?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं, डर नहीं है। फर्स्ट मई को आए थे, अभी 10 दिन रुकेंगे। 10 तारीख का फ्लाइट है, हमको कुछ डर नहीं है और उल्टा अच्छा लगा, मजा आया। तो लोग बड़े यहाँ मॉक ड्रिल भी कल हो रहे हैं पूरे नेशन वाइड, तो कोई
उसी बात में थोड़ा अभी है टेंशन, अभी पता नहीं आगे क्या होगा।
आगे पता नहीं। तो यहाँ आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम?
पहलगाम में थोड़ा डर लग रहा था।
पहले
फर्स्ट डे हम जब आए थे तब पहलगाम में टूरिस्ट में हम अकेले ही थे, कोई और था नहीं। थोड़ा डर लग रहा है, सोल्जर को देख के हमें हिम्मत मिली है।
अच्छा,
क्या हमें कोई होगा नहीं?
पहलवान हो गया।
अच्छा, कश्मीर में पहलवान। सर, आप बताइए कहाँ से आप आए?
मैं बम्बई से आया।
बॉम्बे से आए?
यस
जी।
और आए वही दिन से हमको कोई तकलीफ नहीं इधर, कोई तकलीफ नहीं, हम आराम से फ्री से घूम रहे हैं। वो कोई पब्लिक भी इधर अच्छी है बहुत। और ये लोग सब लोग आर्मी वाले भी अच्छे हैं, कोई मगजमारी नहीं है और बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत मजा आया था।
अच्छा, बहुत मजा आया था। तो जब पूरे मुल्क में आतंक है, कश्मीर में सब कुछ है, डर है, कोई आपको कुछ नहीं?
नहीं, कुछ लगता नहीं हमको, तो कुछ भी नहीं लगता।
आपका
आतंक है ही नहीं, कहाँ है
इधर कश्मीर में, श्रीनगर में तो कुछ नहीं है।
अच्छा,
श्रीनगर में तो कुछ दिखता ही नहीं।
लोगों का व्यवहार कैसा रहा आपके साथ?
सब अच्छा लगा, लोकल पब्लिक ने भी हमको सपोर्ट किया और बहुत अच्छा लगा।
India is conducting civil defence mock drills all over the country. Civil defence is taking measures to protect citizens against natural disasters, military attacks, any other emergencies. Now, here's what it means in actionable terms. Civilians are being trained to respond to fires. Evacuation drills and awareness programs will be conducted as well. Now, air raid shelters and sirens are being prepared as well, ensuring that citizens are equipped to deal with blackouts. Public alerts and communication systems are being strengthened at the same time. Now, first aid is also being taught to citizens. Rescue and recovery operation drills are being conducted as well. This includes securing systems for food and water distribution that's being done as well. Now, citizens will be trained as civil defense volunteers. Police and fire services, medical teams as well, and other disaster forces will be working together to conduct these drills. Remember, this is the first time that India has conducted a civil defense drill at such a large scale since the 1971 war. And the primary goal here is to assess the readiness of these mechanisms in the face of a hostile attack.
Well, India's civil defence mock drill starts tomorrow. Joining me now is Shayasi, my colleague from Kolkata. We have Anush from Mumbai and also Aishwarya from Delhi. First of all, Aishwarya, tell us, there have been a string of meetings yesterday and today again it's not different. We saw the MHA meeting of Govind Mohan, the Home Secretary, with very important officials taking stock of what's happening in states. Tell us a little bit about the kind of meetings that have happened today and what can we expect next.
Well, today the meeting lasted for almost 1 hour. Home Secretary Govind Mohan chaired this meeting with the state chief secretaries. Apart from it, the NDRF and the NDMA officials were also present along with MHA officials, and several directives had been given to make sure that these mock drills that will be conducted tomorrow on 244 strategic locations of the country goes in well. It has been told to us that the Home Secretary had given instructions to ensure that the civil defense institutions are in line, and in regards to that, it is of course on 4 different measures: assessment of civil defense infrastructure, training and public awareness, emergency preparedness measures, and focus on the high risk areas are the key points that were discussed. The Home Secretary had stated that 100 areas or 100 districts are in high sensitive zones, and therefore the reason perhaps the Home Ministry would be very closely looking at those sensitive zones when it will come down to the situation like war in the country.
Right. Also, Anuj joins us from Mumbai. Anuj, tell us, how is the financial capital of the country, Mumbai, preparing for something like this?
You know, we've seen a couple of activities take place here in the city since the morning. However, the officials have kind of refused to go on record to state that this is in line with the preparation for tomorrow's mock drill. We had a siren test taking place, in the afternoon hours in the area of Mahim and Dadar. And when we talked to the officials, off the record, we got to know that it's to test, how good the sirens are. It's not been used for a long period of time. So all of these things will be taken into consideration. We've also seen that the deployment of the police at this stage is very normal, be it at CSMT, be it at Dadar station or there, Santa Cruz airport, which become crucial parts of the city. But one can assume that the number of personnel there might increase by the end of the day. I'm standing here outside the BKC underground metro station, and just a couple of hours back we had a bus full of NDRF personnel coming here, looking at this entire area. There is not just the metro station present here, but also the audit bhavan. We also have the MMRDA buildings and headquarters present here. So we can see that unofficially, at least, the preparation for it has already began from the government side. They've shortlisted the areas across the state as well, but even in Mumbai they are looking for those key areas where they'd like to test their personnel to the best of its capabilities tomorrow.
Thank you, Anush, for joining us with those details. Shreyasi joins us now. Shreyasi, we've seen a lot of politics play out in this matter, but when it comes to preparing civilians, preparing this country for threat of any kind, there is a certain sense of unity even amongst the political class. Tell us how is West Bengal, Kolkata responding to an exercise like this?
Well, while Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and the top state officials are in Murshidabad, there has been a constant communication with DG Civil Defence here in Kolkata. DG Civil Defence West Bengal has sought an updated plan from the district magistrates of West Bengal. According to the MHA list, almost all the districts in West Bengal, especially in north of Bengal, have been marked as sensitive. As far as the mock drill tomorrow is concerned, of course, the state government will be putting out all the details later on in the day as to where and what drills will be taking place. NDRF is also on standby here in West Bengal, and also since Eastern Command headquartered in Kolkata, they are also waiting in case the state government gives them any requests for helping them in the mock drill, considering we do have certain monuments here in the city, as well as Howrah station, which is one of the largest stations in the country. All this will be kept in mind tomorrow when the mock drill is conducted. Of course, the state government will also be looking at smoothly completing that exercise and filing the report with the MHA.
Right. Aishwarya, back to you. Tomorrow is also an important cabinet meeting. This is the second cabinet meeting that will take place after, of course, the first one that took place last week. 2 CCS meetings have also been held. Tell us, what is the administration thinking in terms of what is expected to happen next? Because we all know that there have been, these speculations that a befitting answer will be given to Pakistan. Nobody knows what kind and what when, because these are, of course, confidential details. But give us a sense of what the administration, what the government at top levels is thinking.
Well, in fact, multiple rounds of meetings are taking place in the national capital. As far as Prime Minister is concerned, he has been briefed on a daily basis, either by the Defence Secretary, or we saw Army Chief or Navy Chief going separately briefing Prime Minister. Today, the meeting with NSA Ajit Doval at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg with Prime Minister Narendra Modi lasted for almost 40 minutes, and he was briefed about the developments that are taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. Separate ministries are doing their own work. Remember, it was yesterday only when when the Ministry of Home Affairs had issued these directives to several states conducting the civil defense mock drills, and how that has been in line. Everything and every minute detail is being briefed to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and these all meetings are in alignment to a bigger action. These are smaller steps going towards a bigger action that India will be taking in response to what Prime Minister, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, everyone has echoed that there will be a befitting reply that will be given to the Pak-sponsored terrors, and certainly that is why the reason perhaps these meetings are taking place tomorrow. An important day, of course. Cabinet meeting is going to be scheduled at 11:30 a.m. under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.